Step back. I lay the phone face down upon the wooden desk, refusing false demands that leave the mind distressed. Step back. When people argue hard to have the final word, I let them speak in full until their point is heard. No urge to interrupt or take an easy bait. I step aside with ease and let the fever wait. Let it wait. A measured distance keeps the daily vision clear, refusing heavy pressure that is insincere. A measured distance where the mind is still, governed by patience and a quiet will. No quick reactions to the daily strain, holding the balance that will still remain. I turn down invites that deplete my peace of mind, leaving chaotic conversations far behind. Around the room they debate the latest phase, while I plan years ahead through all the coming days. Experiences taught me when to draw the line, to keep my energy and focused intent fine. A calm reply delivers far more weight and grace than hurry panic trying to defend a place. A measured distance where the mind is still, governed by patience and a quiet will. No quick reactions to the daily strain, holding the balance that will still remain. Step back. Step back. Step back. The early morning opens with the quiet start, a steady purpose settled in a disciplined heart. I set the tasks in order on the daily page, ignoring all the theater on the public stage. No need for celebration when the job is done, just honest dedication till the setting sun. A compass pointing inward where the values stay, guiding every motion through the active day. Internal bearing, keeping clear and true, knowing what a patient mind can do. No loud announcement, no erratic chase. Moving forward in my proper space. I honor every promise that I chose to make, without a single shortcut for convenience sake. While others change direction with each passing trend, I finish every project to the very end. The simple joy of knowing that the work is right brings calm into the evening and a peaceful night. A private standard held without a compromise, seeing through the surface where the answer lies. No erratic chase. Moving forward in my proper space. look across the seasons with an open mind, leaving all the short-term panic far behind, far behind. While others chase the quick reward today, I plan the years ahead and hold my way. No sudden moves when daily waters shake, just calculated choices that I make. Steady hand. The value grows with patience in the quiet space, refusing to compete in any hurried race. A long view across the passing year, keeping every goal and method clear, method clear. No desperate rush to reach a sudden peak, living out the quiet truths we seek. I sit beside the desk as evening settles down, untouched by all the urgency around the town. Settles down. I watch the younger crowd repeat the same mistakes without a word of judgment for the time it takes. The lessons take their time to settle deep, rewarding every promise that we choose to keep. Settle deep. A life composed of discipline and lasting peace, where anxious thoughts and false ambitions cease. Across the passing year, keeping every goal and method clear, method clear. No desperate rush to reach a sudden peak, living out the quiet truths we seek. The steam from your tea is the only ghost I'm willing to chase, as the sirens trade secrets with the shadows in this tiny space. I'm watching the light trace the map of the life on your palm, a quiet rebellion, a version of prayer that is steady and calm. The world outside is a ledger of things we can't afford to buy, but here in the dimness, the math of the heart doesn't have to lie. We're building a kingdom on a foundation of give and take, avoiding the patterns and the promises that the systems break. It's a rhythmic devotion, a pulse that exists in the nudge, a shared frequency that the boardroom and the clock can't judge. My love is unquantized, moving in the space behind the beat, a soft revolution making the concrete feel almost sweet. Yeah, the world is a variable, but you're the constant I keep. You're the constant I keep. We walk through the market where the fruit is bruised, but the spirit is ripe, trading the static for a frequency that doesn't need the hype. I see the reflection of the future in the way that you hold your head, finding the poetry in all of the things that we haven't said. They want us to measure our worth by the weight of a gold-plated chain, but we're finding the harvest by learning to dance in the urban rain. It's not a movie, it's a manual for how to survive the night, turning the friction into flicker of internal light. Higher than the skyline, deeper than the debt we owe. Watching the seeds of a different kind of garden grow. It's a sudden shift in the air, a lift in the gravity. Reclaiming the pieces of our own lost humanity. The walls are expanding, the colors are starting to bleed, providing the only kind of nourishment we'll ever need. It's a rhythmic devotion, a pulse that exists in the nudge, a shared frequency that the boardroom and the clock can't judge. My love is unquantized, moving in the space behind the beat. A soft revolution making the concrete feel almost sweet. Yeah, the world is a variable, but you're the constant I keep. You're the constant I keep. Just calculating the grace, living in the swing. The radiator's humming a low frequency tune while we're splitting the steam of a Tuesday afternoon. The rent is a ghost, but your hand is a solid fact. A quiet resistance, a holy kind of pact. I'm looking at the groceries, counting what we've got, finding the abundance in a small ceramic pot. They're selling us a dream that we can't afford to buy, but the truth is in the way you look me in the eye. It's the humble calculus of us in the quiet dark, finding the light in a small flickering spark. My devotion has a swing that the machine can't find, a soulful frequency keeping the chaos out of my mind. Yeah, the ledger is heavy, but the spirit is free. The headlines are shouting about the price of the soul, while we're just trying to keep the heating on cold. I see the garden growing in the cracks of the street, a spiritual victory in every person we meet. It's not a movie, it's a manual for how to survive, just feeling the grace of being truly and deeply alive. Suddenly the walls are expanding, the ceilings are gone up. Sudden elevation in the middle of a grayscale dawn. Higher than the debt, deeper than the city's cold fire, breaking the sequence of a life that was lived as a higher, finding the gold in the center of the humble grain, a moment of clarity inside the rhythm of the rain. It's the humble calculus of us in the quiet dark, finding the light in a small flickering spark. My devotion has a swing that the machine can't find, a soulful frequency keeping the chaos out of my mind. Yeah, the ledger is heavy, but the
deciding which part of the dream I can lose it. My niece is on the floor with the crayons and a book, avoiding the street where the shadows got a certain look. Hey. Grandma says the spirit moves in the silence of the rain. Even when the city tries to monetize your pain, I'm just washing the dishes, watching the steam rise up high, hey. Wondering if the truth is really written in the sky. Is the quiet strength in a world that's way too loud? Finding a silver lining in a heavy charcoal cloud. Faith is the anchor when the concrete starts to shift. A slow burning candle, a spiritual gift, yet a rhythm is broken, but the heartbeat is true. The mailman's late and the bills are early as usual, yeah, yeah. A systemic dance that feels a little too funeral. But I see the neighbors sharing a light and a laugh, cut in the struggle and the hardship in half. We don't need the gold or the hollow shiny things, just the peace that a Sunday afternoon brings. The smell of cedar and the sound of a distant bell. Surviving a heaven inside of a concrete hell. They wanna box us in and label the frequency, but they can't measure the depth of our decency. The system's a ghost in a suit and a tie, selling us wings while they're telling us not to fly. Hey, but we're grounded in the soil, even through the cracks, carrying the wisdom of the world on our backs. It's the quiet strength in a world that's way too loud. Finding a silver lining in a heavy charcoal cloud. Faith is the anchor when the concrete starts to shift. A slow burning candle, a spiritual gift, yet a rhythm is broken, but the heartbeat is true. Just finding the light in the hallway, yeah. Keep it swinging, keep it real, yeah. Keep it real, yeah. The heartbeat is true. The sun hits the brake like a heavy debt. Another morning, another pattern, and not quite yet. I see the corner store prophet with the silver hair, counting nickels for a loaf of bread and a silent prayer. High-rise shadows stretching over the neighborhood pews, where the sermon is loud, but we're still paying the dues. The building glass towers on the foundation of soon, while we're just trying to keep the heat on through June. It's the weight of the world in a brown paper bag, keeping my spirit high when the body starts to lag. Faith ain't a feeling, it's a rhythmic demand. A seed growing deep in this concrete land. Yeah, the ledger is dusty, but my soul is clean. They talk about progress in a tongue I don't speak, while the rain climbs higher every third of the week. Broken glass reflecting the sky that looks like lead. Got to feed the living cause we can't wake the dead. I see sisters standing tall, carrying more than their share, woven strength in their braids in a certain kind of glare that says we've seen the fire. we're still here tonight, searching for the truth in the absence of light. Sirens sing a siren song that nobody requested, while the spirit in the basement stays unarrested. They're counting profits in the boardroom, we're just counting days, trying to find a silver lining through the city haze. It's a heavy climb, but the view is divine when you realize the gold was always inside the spine. Yeah, let the light leak through the cracks of the machine. It's the weight of the world in a brown paper plate, keeping that spirit high when the body starts to lie. Faith ain't a feeling, it's a rhythmic command. The seed growing deep in this concrete land. Yeah, the ledger is gusty, but my soul is clean. Just counting the blessings between the bills. Yeah, unquantized, living in the nudge. Just counting the blessings between the bills. Yeah, unquantized, living in the nudge. The sun hits the brick. The sun hits the brick. Yeah. The rain is drumming a pattern on the fire escape, watching the evening shift into a different shape. We're ignoring the sirens and the flickering street light, turning the static of the world into a quiet night. I see the truth in the curve of your neck and your shoulder as the tea on the nightstand starts to get a little colder. We don't need the glitter or the hollow city glow, just this internal rhythm that only the two of us know. It's a slow motion gravity, a pull we can't ignore, finding a heaven right here on the hardwood floor. My devotion has a swing that moves behind the heavy beat, a soft revolution making the bitter taste so sweet. Yeah, the world is a variable, but the feeling is steady and deep. Yeah, I'm tracing the geometry of the life in your eyes beneath the heavy weight of the gray industrial skies. They're selling us a version of love that's made of plastic, but our connection is organic, soulful and elastic. We're building a temple in the middle of the kitchen steam, finding the reality inside of the waking dream. It's not about the status or the things we're supposed to own, it's about the frequency of a love that is finally known. Suddenly the shadows are turning into a golden hue, a sudden expansion, a panoramic view. The walls are disappearing as the colors start to bleed, providing every bit of the nourishment we'll ever need. Higher than the skyline, deeper than the city's light, finding our own galaxy beneath this heavy sky. It's a slow motion gravity, a pull we can't ignore, finding a heaven right here on the hardwood floor. My devotion making the bitter taste so sweet. Yeah, the world is a variable, but the feeling is steady and deep. Just 3-6 degrees of focus in the nudge of the moment. Looking through the glass at the 5 a.m. haze, counting all the ways to survive the maze. The radiator's knocking like a dead at the door while we're searching for the spirit on the kitchen floor. Corporate shadows getting longer than a block, but you can't put a price on the tick of the clock. I see the wisdom in the way the neighbor holds her child. A moment of peace where the world is wild. It's a rhythm, there's devotion, a circle in the sand, holding on to faith with a steady hand. The day is a loop on a dusty machine, living for the beauty in the space in between. Yeah, the ledger is heavy, but the spirit is free. Yeah, the spirit is free. Yeah. They're selling us a heaven that we can't afford to rent, while the soul is wondering where the season went. The corner store prophet's got a 40 in a dream, explaining how the truth isn't always what it seems. He says the math of the universe is written in the grain, and the only way to grow is to welcome the rain. I'm just a witness to the pattern of the street, finding the grace in every person that I meet. Higher than the skyline, deeper than the grave, finding the sun in a different kind of way. The walls are breathing and the sky is a gift, a sudden elevation, a spiritual shift. Breaking the cycle, the mechanical lie, to find the internal rhythm that'll never die. It's a rhythmic devotion, a circle in the sand, holding on to faith with a steady hand. The day is a loop on a dusty machine, living for the beauty in the space in between. Yeah, the ledger is heavy, but the spirit is free. The spirit is free. The 160 degrees of lessons, walking the circle back to the start. Stub in the pocket of my winter coat, a relic of a season when I was barely staying afloat. I remember the salt on the pillow in a heavy gray sky, when I thought the world ended every time you said goodbye. But looking at your name now is like reading a foreign tongue, a song that my spirit no longer feels like it's among. It's a strange kind of weather, this cold and clinical light, where the ghost of the fever finally vanished from my sight. Here's the anatomy of a mirage, a trick of the thirsty soul, trying to make a broken rhythm feel like it's finally whole. I'm tracing the geometry of how I used to call you mine, but I can't find a frequency or the reason in the line. Yeah, the memory is vivid, but the love is a hollow. The city's still moving and it's predictable, I am crying, but the version of me that loved you is getting harder to find. I see the couples on the corner trading their peace for a lie, and I wonder what mirror I was using just to get by. It's not even anger, just a quiet and curious space where I can't recognize the holiness that's all in your face. Survival is a teacher with a ribbon and steady hand, building a garden where I used to have nothing but sand. Suddenly the fog is lifting, the architecture is clear. I'm looking at the exit and I've got nothing left to fear. The math of the heart is shifting, the variables are gone. Walking through the wreckage just to find a different dawn. It's a sudden elevation, a break in the ancient chain, finding the logic inside the center of the rain. Is the anatomy of a mirage, a trick of the thirsty soul, trying to make a broken rhythm feel like it's finally whole. Chasing my geometry, how the wisdom left a soulful frequency, keeping the chaos out of my mind. Yeah, the memory is vivid, but the love is a hollow. Just 3 singing degrees of clarity, searching for the pulse I used to feel. Oh, in the night. Looking at the towers where the money breathes, while we're down here shaking all the fallen leaves. They got a barcode for the rhythm of your day, turning every color into corporate gray. The elevator's rising to a floor I can't reach, ignoring all the lessons that the pavement has to teach. But my internal clock doesn't follow their grid, keeping all the secrets that the master plan hid. It's the glass labyrinth, the cycle of the squeeze, finding my own spirit in the urban breeze. The rhythm of the struggle is a sacred heavy line, reclaiming all the minutes of the life that is mine. Yeah, the glass is cold, but the heart is still fire. Headlines are talking about a growth on a chart, while we're measuring the rhythm of a beating heart. Political echoes in a hall of mirrors and gold, trading our tomorrow for a story that's old. I see the brothers standing where the sunlight fails, surviving through the static in the system's gales. Faith is hearts that the ancestors kept. Higher than the penthouse, deeper than the fear, a sudden elevation as the vision gets clear. The walls are transparent, the ceilings are gone, walking through the shadows to find a new dawn. A break in the sequence, a glitch in the plan, finding the divinity inside of the man. It's the glass labyrinth, the cycle of the squeeze, finding my own spirit in the urban breeze. The rhythm of the struggle is a sacred heavy line, reclaiming all the minutes of the life that is mine. Yeah, the glass is cold, but the heart is still fire. Just breaking the glass, finding the soul in the machine. The 4 a.m. bus is a cathedral for the tired and the brave, watching the neon flickers on the asphalt wave. The driver's eyes are heavy, but his hands are steady on the wheel, while the city tries to dictate exactly how we're supposed to feel. I see a mother whispering scriptures into a coffee cup, a silent rebellion refusing to ever give it up. The system says we're cogs, just numbers on a digital screen, but there's a holy frequency vibrating in between. It's the pulse in the pavement, the rhythm of the slow climb, finding the eternal inside of a borrowed time. My faith is unquantized, moving in the space of a nudge, a spirit that the boardroom and the ledger can't judge. Yeah, the clock is ticking, but the soul is standing still. The skyscrapers look like tombstones from this far down, a kingdom built on shadows in a weary, restless town. I'm watching the street sweepers cleaning up the Friday debris, wondering if the struggle is what it takes to finally be free. We're trading our hours for a paper that's turning to dust, while we're searching for a person or a promise we can trust. But I see a garden growing in a cracked up parking lot, a reminder of the beauty that the master plan forgot. Suddenly the gray is turning into a golden hue, a different kind of perspective, a different kind of view. The walls are thin, but the light is breaking through the grain. I'm stepping out of the cycle and stepping out of the rain, higher than the transit line, deeper than the city's light, finding my own gravity beneath this heavy sky.
8:30 a.m. Before the sirens take over the air. Just me, this pen, and the truth staring back from the paper. Quiet proof that we're still here. Let's go. Na 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 na. The ink settles deep in the fiber of the page, finding my peace before I walk onto the stage. The steam from the cup is the only ghost I see, writing the lines that finally set the spirit free. Outside the window, the sky is a charcoal wash. The ego is silent, no more dreams left to squash. I trace the letters like a map of where I've been. The victory is quiet and is found from within. Morning ink, writing the path through the gray. Quiet proof before the sun steals the day away. No noise in the signal, just the weight of the truth, reclaiming the wisdom that I lost in my youth. Coffee is cold now, but the vision is getting sharp, tuning the soul without the need for a golden harp. The sidewalk is waiting with its concrete demands, but I got the blueprint held tight in these hands. It's a rhythmic devotion to the things that don't fade, building the life in the light and the shade. The ink is the witness to the breath and the bone, proof that a king can build on his own. Morning ink, writing the path through the gray. Quiet proof before the sun steals the day away. No noise in the signal, just the weight of the truth, reclaiming the wisdom that I lost in my youth. Keep it simple, keep it real. The day is yours if you know who you are before it starts. Peace. Da 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 da. Still on the rail. Still. Still on the rail and the sparks start to fly, moving through the tunnel while the morning is dry. Concrete and static, but I'm locked in the zone, carrying the weight that I've always known. The turnstile is spinning like a clock on the wall, watching for the balance so the spirit don't fall. The face in the window is a stranger I trust, rising from the shadow in the city and dust. The subway pulsing the steady stride, nothing to prove and nowhere to hide. Following the rhythm of the iron and bone, making the frequency entirely my own. Entirely my own. Yeah. The doors slide open and the crowd starts to pour, looking for a logic on that hollow floor. But I keep the cadence of a long form thought, protecting the lessons that the pavement taught. No need for the shouting or the desperate reach, just the silent gospel that the struggle can teach. The rhythm is a tether in a world out of sync, giving me the space to actually think. The subway post in the steady stride, nothing to prove and nowhere to hide. Following the rhythm of the iron and bone, making the frequency entirely my own. Entirely my own. glass is a barrier between the noise and the light. Watching the city struggle through the morning white. People like ants following a line of gray, chasing the dollar to throw the hour away. I see the shoulders hunched against the damp, under the flicker of a tired street lamp. Disconnected, but I see the whole design, finding the truth in the symmetry of the line. Window frame holding the world in place, a third-person view of the human race. No distortion, just the clarity of the pain. Reading the story written in the rain. There's a woman on the corner staring at her open hand, looking for a sign she don't quite understand. And a man in a suit running for a closing door, forgetting what he's actually looking for. The perspective is wide from this wooden ledge, softening the blow of the jagged city edge. It's a quiet study in the art of being still, watching the movement move against the will. Window frame holding the world in place, a third-person view of the human race. No distortion, just the clarity of the pain. Reading the story written in the rain. The sky just finished its heavy gray cry, leaving silver pools for the cars to pass by. I see my own shadow stretched across the street, underneath the water where the worlds meet. The salt in the air is a bitter kind of clean, revealing the truth in the spaces in between. I'm walking on the sky that fell on the ground, finding a piece that I finally found. Asphalt mirror reflecting the change, a different perspective inside the frame. The storm is a ghost and the air is new, filtering the spirit and the point of view. Neon lights double up in the gutter line, distorted geometry, but everything is fine. Walking through the vapor in the charcoal steam, waking up the spirit from a hollow dream. No more mud clinging to the edge of the boot, getting back down to the absolute root. The city is a basin and the rain was the prayer, lifting the static from the heavy air. Asphalt mirror reflecting the change, a different perspective inside the frame. The storm is a ghost and the air is new, filtering the spirit and the point of view. Sometimes it's the loudest thing in the room is the chapter you never had the courage to write. Let's keep it quiet in here. The smell of aging oak and the weight of the unread, archiving the secrets of everything that wasn't said. Dust motes dancing in the shaft of yellow light, keeping the history hidden from the city sight. The margin is narrow, but the meaning is wide. There's a separate galaxy living deep inside. I turn the page without making a single sound, finding the anchors that keep the spirit bound. Library dust and the unspoken chapter, a heavy silence that the modern can't capture. No more shouting, just the wisdom on the shelf, finding the volume dedicated to the self. Ink on the thumb from a book without a name, searching for the fire before the logic became the flame. The city is a footnote to a story much bigger, looking for the piece that don't need a finger on the trigger. It's a quiet legacy written in the fiber and wood, a deeper kind of logic that the streets never understood. The archives are open, but the noise is far away, reclaiming the narrative from the chaos of the day. Library dust in the unspoken chapter, a heavy silence that the modern can't capture. No more shouting, just the wisdom on the shelf, finding the volume dedicated to the self. Everything you need is already written. You just have to be quiet enough to read it. Peace. The bell rings and the metal door groans. Another morning in the city of stone. Stacks of bread and the scent of the ground bean, watching the logic of the local scene. Numbers on the counter and the change in the hand. A small scale calculus I finally understand. It's not just groceries or the milk and the tea, it's the pulse of the people trying to be free. Corner store and the community calculus, the weight of the street and the rhythm in all of us, adding up the stories in the middle of the day, finding a reason to keep moving the right way. I nod to the neighbor with the gray in his hair, measuring the oxygen in the heavy summer air. The math of the block is written on the brick, filtering the noise and the static and the trick. No grand equation, just the sum of the small acts, facing the mirror and the heavy urban facts. We're solving for the soul in a world of the dark, feeding the flame and the logic and the spark. Corner store and the community calculus, the weight of the street and the rhythm in all of us, adding up the stories in the middle of the day, finding a reason to keep moving the right way. is leaning on the rusted rail, turning the city to a copper scale. Everything I carried is a little light before the shadows turn into the night. The day is folding like a letter in the hand, a quiet logic that I finally understand. The rush is over and the noise is thin, finding the balance from the deep within. Copper sky and the final balance, developing the internal talents, filtering the heat from the heavy day, watching the tension just float away. Golden light dripping on the concrete floor, leaving the ego at the heavy door. The math of the morning don't matter at the end, when every angle is a quiet friend. I see the glow in the middle of the dust, refining the spirit and the logic and the trust. No more reaching for the things I can't hold, just the warmth of the copper and the gold. Copper sky, our final balance, developing the internal talents, filtering the heat from the heavy day, watching the tension just float away. Midnight. The stars didn't actually vanish. They just moved to the floor glass. Neon reflections, mapping the soul by the light of the gutter. Look down to look up. Broken glass shining like a cold diamond field, revealing the secrets that the daylight refused to yield. Oil slicks turning into purple and green swirls inside the pockets of the city and the hidden girls. I'm walking the map of a galaxy made of grit, lighting the candle where the logic don't quite fit. The pavement is humming, the frequency thick and slow, guiding the rhythm of exactly where I need to go. Pavement stars lighting the internal dark, finding the fire in the middle of the spark. A nocturnal map written on the concrete skin, navigating the silence that's growing from within. It's growing from within. The tires hiss like a snake on the wet black street, a rhythm reminder of the heart and the heavy beat. No moon in the sky, just the glow of the corner deli, a hollow kind of hunger moving inside the belly. But the map is clear and the cracks in the iron grates. I ain't worried about the clock or the heavy fates. I'm reading the stars underneath my own boots, tracing the lines back down to the absolute roots. Evening stars lighting the internal dark, finding the fire in the middle of the spark. A nocturnal map written on the concrete skin, navigating the silence that's growing from within. That's growing from within. Don't trip on the cracks. Use them to find your way. Stay grounded, peace. the build. The build. Yeah. Built on the foundation where the ghosts used to play, turning the rubble into a brand new day. The mortar is crumbling, but the marrow is strong, singing the history in a different kind of song. I put my fingerprints on the cold red face, claiming the logic and the rhythm of the place. New blood moving through an old iron vein, filtering the sun and the pressure and the rain. Old brick and the new blood rising. Every obstacle is just another sizing. The wall is a witness, but the spirit is fast, building the future that's intended to last. I see the layers of the paint and the rust, rising like a titan from the urban dust. The architecture is a story I'm rewriting, inside the shadows where the truth is light. And no more waiting for the door to swing wide. I got the authority and the power inside. The city is an anchor, but I'm the heavy tide, with nowhere to run and no reason to hide. Old brick and the new blood rising. Every obstacle is just another size, and the wall is a witness, but the spirit is fast, building a future that's intended to last. Yeah. Respect the foundation, but change the flow. That's the rule. Standing in the shade where the cedar meets the wall, watching all the giants finally start to fall. The air is getting thin and the debt is coming due, looking for a version of the story that is true. My lungs are heavy with the carbon and the rust, trying to find the logic in the middle of the dust. The tree don't ask for a reason, just to grow, following the rhythm that the concrete don't know. See the shadow in a world of gray stone, paying off the debt. In the marrow, in the bone, take a deep breath before the spirit starts to fade. Finding the sanctuary in the center of the shade. Oxygen is expensive in the middle of the race, looking for a fragment of a quiet, holy place. Every step is heavy like a bill I can't pay, struggling to navigate the pressure of the day. But the roots are deep underneath the iron grate, patiently ignoring the heavy hand of fate. I'm leaning on the bark while the city starts to scream, filtering the nightmare from the center of the dream. See the shadow in a world of gray stone, paying off the debt. In the marrow, in the bone, take a deep breath before the spirit starts to fade. Finding the sanctuary in the center of the shade. The radiator hiss is the song of the floor, while the cold keeps knocking at the heavy door. Smell of burnt sugar from the car on the street, the bitter and the golden where the memories meet. I'm caramelizing the pressure and the pain, turning all the loss into a different kind of gain. The steam is rising from the cracks in the stone, the logic of the spirit that I've always known. Burnt sugar and the steam, logic, turning the static into something melodic. It's bittersweet, but it's actually mine, filtering the pressure until the spirit is fine. Till the spirit is fine. Pressure in the pipe and the iron in the lead, keeping all the truth inside the things that I said. You can't have the sweet without the char and the fire, lifting the frequency just a little bit higher. The city is a kitchen and the heat is the test, finding the peace while the world don't rest. I'm pouring the wisdom from a heavy silver spoon underneath the glow of a charcoal moon. Burn sugar and the steam, logic, turning the static into something melodic. It's bittersweet, but it's actually mine, filtering the pressure until the spirit is fine. Till the spirit is fine. The cities, The city is screaming, but it's mostly just hum, waiting for a message that'll never come. Digital static in the neon glare, distorting the oxygen in the heavy air. I'm turning the dial to a frequency of one, blocking out the shadows and the things they've done, filtering the talk like it's dust on the lens, seeing where the ego finally breaks and ends. White noise in the quiet signal, staying authentic and never original in a hollow way, finding the truth in the middle of the blur, remembering exactly who and what we were. Who and what we were. A thousand opinions bouncing off the steel, trying to dictate exactly how I should feel, but the signal is steady in the marrow of the bone, a sovereign frequency that I handle alone. No more chasing the echoes in the hall, watching the architecture of the static fall. It's a quiet revolution in a very loud place, maintaining the logic and the internal grace. White noise in the quiet signal, staying authentic and never original in a hollow way, finding the truth in the middle of the blur, remembering exactly who and what we were. Tune out the world, tune into yourself. That's the only signal that matters. Peace, peace, peace. Living in the ribs of the iron and the stone, a vertical logic that the spirit has grown. 13 floors up from the charcoal street where the gravity and the ambition meet. The elevator sighs like a lung made of lead, keeping all the dreams inside the collective head. I'm breathing in the draft from the narrow hall, finding the height to finally stand tall. Vertical breath, rising through the block. The rhythm of the city is the only clock. Lungs of the neighborhood made of brick and bone, reclaiming the air that we finally own. Finally own. Looking down the shaft where the shadows reside. Nothing left to fear and nothing to hide. The concrete is porous and the oxygen is raw. Writing my own version of the urban law. Every staircase is a sentence in the long prayer, vibrating through the oxygen and the heavy air, with the pulse and the pipes and the steam and the vent, calculating exactly where the energy went. Vertical breath, rising through the block. The rhythm of the city is the only clock. Lungs of the neighborhood made of brick and bone, reclaiming the air that we finally own. Finally own. Keep rising. The view is better from the top piece. Keep rising. The view is better from the top piece. Finally, left the leather and the rubber by the door. Just the grain, the dust, and the friction. Real life starts where the pavement ends. Feel that? That's the anchor. The oak is cool underneath the heavy heel, dissolving the logic of the iron and the steel. I can feel the history in the splinter and the knot, claiming the peace that the city almost forgot. No more armor between the spirit and the floor, leaving the ego outside the apartment door. The grain is a map that I'm reading with my skin, letting the silence of the afternoon in. Bare feet on the wooden floor, don't need to reach for the world anymore. A heavy grounding in the middle of the grain, filtering the pressure and the urban strain. Dust motes settling on the dark cherry plank, more valuable than the money in the bank. The friction is honest and the temperature is right, hiding from the glare of the neon light. I'm standing still while the building starts to sway, walking off the tension of a long gray day. It's a rhythmic healing in the marrow and the bone, finding a sanctuary I can finally call my own. Bare feet on the wooden floor, don't need to reach for the world anymore. A heavy grounding in the middle of the grain, filtering the pressure and the urban strain. Stay grounded. The wood remembers, even if the concrete forgets peace. The blue light is breaking across the cold slate, shifting the anchor in the heavy urban weight. The truth don't need a filter or a clever disguise. It's written in the vapor where the morning begins to rise. I see the skeleton of the city in the bone, finding the frequency I can finally call my own. No more searching through the pockets of the dark, maintaining the logic and the internal spark. Urban dawn and the whole truth, reclaiming the wisdom that I planted in my youth. Everything is visible in the blue and the gray, watching the illusions just float away. Just float away. The newspaper is damp on the concrete step, marking all the secrets that the silence finally kept. The logic is simple like the oxygen in the salt, finding the rhythm where the ego comes to a halt. I'm a sovereign nation inside a single frame, remembering the power and the density of the name. The city is a witness, but the spirit is the judge, moving through the day without a single grudge. Urban dawn and the whole truth, reclaiming the wisdom that I planted in my youth. Everything is visible in the blue and the gray, watching the illusions just float away. The sun is up, the truth is out. Walk in your light, peace. Standing on the steel where the cables meet the sky, watching all the heavy clouds and the years go by. The river down below is a ribbon made of salt, bringing every frantic thought to a quiet halt. I'm the architect of the bridge you cannot see, connecting who I was to who I'm meant to be. The wind is a witness to the secrets in the bone, proof that the spirit was never truly alone. The unwritten bridge and the eternal home, accepting the distance and the path we've become. No more architecture, just the open air, finding the logic in the silence everywhere. The vibration in the iron is a rhythmic truth, healing all the friction and the fever of my youth. The city is a memory fading in the rear view, while the frequency is finally starting to feel new. No ink on the paper, just a message in the breath, conquering the static and the gravity and death. It's a golden vibration that the concrete can't cage, the final sentence on a perfectly written page. The unwritten bridge and the eternal hum, accepting the distance and the path we've become. No more architecture, just the open air, finding the logic in the silence everywhere. The bridge is always there. listening. Golden Note Room Peace.